Oh man, family, it's once again it's so great to be standing in the congregation mighty, the home of the stubborn minority, place where your hustle builds muscle. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. I am your host, Brother Tim. Of course, you know this is the heart of some production all day, every day, where we strive to blow up your old paradigms. Now, the thought hit me over this weekend after watching a great show called EYL. And because I'm new to the show, but the discussions that have been popping up on my timeline with EYL, and I'm not talking about earn your leisure. I'm talking about earn your liberation, right? On the Black Power Network. A fantastic. I would advise everybody to go and sign up for the Black Power Network because it's, oh my God, it's dope. Well, anyway, I could go into the whole story of how I stumbled on it through Jared Ball, but I won't go all into this. But and I can't remember the brother's name. Forgive me. I think his name is Diallo. He brought up a great point about wealth. So I wanted to sit down. I wanted to do a little bit of writing about it because he brought up 2 points that really made me think. And I want you to think about this. At one point in time, and even today, the African continent is richer than the European continent. So there was a wealth gap and is a wealth gap between Africa and Europe. And the question that Diallo had me think about was, because he asked it very straight. He said, how did West Asia eliminate the wealth gap between West Asia, also known as Europe, and Africa? Two main things took place. And I want you to think about this because we're talking about breaking, because even I'm caught up in this. We're talking about breaking and building wealth, right? Not realizing that the very people that we're copying or talking about that has accumulated all this supposedly from nothing have robbed every continent on this planet. They did not entrepreneur or circulate their funds within their communities. They robbed other people to get to the point where they are. So in order to really build up wealth inside of a closed loop, you really can't build wealth in a closed loop. You have to bring something into that closed loop from the outside and keep it closed and long enough so that it can help build up some wealth, right? In other words, you have to take from others to make yours work, especially if you're not doing the second part of what Diallo had me thinking about. If you do not redefine what wealth is, as African people, we have to look at our context and how we view what wealth is and what's valuable. This gets to the core of our philosophy. This is why I keep on talking about it's important to embrace the Nguzo Saba and really start to think about what does this mean so that we can start redefining things. Because the very thing that this brother is talking about is, one, redefining what wealth is. Redefining and mastering that. Because the ideas that West Asians had for wealth were not the ideas that we had for wealth in our organizations, in our formations. In fact, you will be really surprised what in some cultures, in some places in Africa, what wealth was considered. But anyway, let me get to the message. Embracing Africentric wealth, redefining abundance as a people. Now, in a world where Western ideologies often dominate our understanding of wealth, it is crucial for us as a people to explore and embrace alternative perspectives. Our Africentric heritage presents us with a profound understanding of abundance that transcends mere monetary value. It is time for us to redefine our way of viewing wealth and embrace the richness of our cultural heritage. And I think that this is very appropriate coming during the week of Nia, falling on the day of Gye-Nyame. Purposefully redefining purpose, Nia, redefining Gye-Nyame, what wealth is. What wealth is. Our ancestors knew that wealth was not solely about individual accumulation, but rather about communal prosperity. Throughout centuries, African societies emphasized collective well-being and the strength of community ties. Today, we carry the torch of this wisdom, remind ourselves that true wealth lies in shared upliftment. Now, I am one to say that other groups are practicing this very thing. It's just that we don't recognize it. Because I've been saying for years, we are being taught to operate as sole individuals while others move as groups and institutions and tribes. But hey, you know, what does Brother Hutchim know? As we dive into the tapestry of African history, I'm going to keep on using that word tapestry until you get it. As we delve into the tapestry of African history and cultural values, we find that our wealth encompasses more than just material possessions. It includes the abundance of our cultural heritage, which we haven't even started going back and wisdom mining and pulling up. The wisdom passed down through generations. Have we embraced that? Has we been cataloging that? Have we been using this wisdom to generate true wealth, to help us redefine what wealth is, and the transformative power of knowledge? Our music, art, and storytelling are the foundations of our culture, forming a wealth that is passed from one generation to the next. So, do we need a wealth system that is based in this money? Be like, Brother Hatem, as long as we are involved in the capitalist system, I think we're creative enough to work around this shit. I think we're creative enough to manipulate this shit to benefit the ideas that we have. I don't think that we have invested the resources in pushing our young people into being able to see far enough ahead to see into what we are in and motivate them to create new ways for us to exist. Africentric wealth also challenges the notion of exploitation and encourages equitable distribution of resources. It calls for economic systems that promote inclusivity, fair trade, and sustainable development. Our wealth is not meant to be hoarded or isolated, but rather shared to uplift marginalized communities and to foster socio-economic growth for all. At the core of our understanding of wealth lies Ubuntu, a philosophy deeply rooted in our tradition. Ubuntu reminds us of the interconnectedness of all individuals and the power of shared responsibility. It teaches us that our well-being is intimately tied to the well-being of others, and that true wealth is found in cultivating compassion and empathy. Now, family, because what we have a habit of doing, this is why this shit, a lot of times this stuff backfires on us, because we use this compassion and empathy on others before we start practicing this compassion and empathy within us. We'll have more empathy for those outside of us than we will with us. We'll have more compassion for those outside of us rather than those that are within us. So we need to practice this with ourselves and then allow it to start spilling out, because you know how we get out, right? By embracing this Africentric perspective on wealth, we challenge traditional notions and open ourselves up to a more holistic understanding of abundance. It compels us to reevaluate our priorities, examine our relationships with money and resources, and reorient our focus towards collective prosperity. Let us celebrate our roots, honor our ancestors, and strive towards a better future for all. Together, we can embark on this transformative journey, expanding our comprehension of wealth and embracing a more inclusive and interconnected world. As we redefine our way of viewing wealth, we strengthen the foundation of our community and build a brighter future for generations to come. Yo, that's been the extra. I hope it sparks some thought. Now, these are Brother Hatim's views, right? Right? These are Brother Hatim's views. And I thought this made me just these thoughts said, I better put these out while I got them. So, family, go and enjoy them. Hopefully it gave you something. Hopefully you got something from it. If you did, join the tribe, at least give it a sample. Go to freegnjecourse.com, get on our email list, do our free e-course. And those of you who are bold enough, right? Bold enough and ready, go on in there and try that. What is it? There we go. Then the Nguzo Saba Challenge to really become part of the tribe. Get on there and Nguzo Saba Challenge. Let's do it. Those of you that's on the outside say, hey man, I just like what y'all do. You want to support? There you go, right there. GNJmedia.support. That's GNJmedia.support. Let's build. This is Brother Hatim. I am out. Peace, family. Yo, thank you for joining us. Right? And I'm thrilled to announce the fact that we are now releasing our first free e-course. Come and learn about Gye-Nyame journey, see some of the stuff we do. Come and join the tribe. Tribe up with us and check out the free e-course. We'll make sure that the URL pop up right about here. And it'll probably be somewhere in here. Check us out, family, because we are building. Come and learn about Gye-Nyame journey, and let's build together.